When you open your eyes in the morning, there's always that first thought whispering, stay in bed, go back to sleep, take it easy. But deep down, there's another voice, a smaller, quieter one saying no, get up, move, start. Most people ignore that voice. They silence it, and every time they do, they bury their potential a little deeper. Here's the truth, nobody is coming to save you. Nobody is showing up to drag you out of bed, push you through the pain, or demand more from you. The world doesn't hand out discipline. The world doesn't hand out success. The only person who can transform your life, physically, mentally, emotionally, is staring back at you in the mirror. Talk changes nothing. Action changes everything. Circumstances, setbacks, people, they can influence you for a moment, but they don't own you. They don't control your choices. You do. The problem? Too many people want someone else to blame. They want an excuse, a scapegoat, a reason why they're not further ahead. But the truth is simple. If you're not where you want to be, ask yourself, have I actually done the work? Because your mind will lie to you. It'll say, rest today. You've earned it. When you haven't earned it, it'll say, you've worked hard enough. When you haven't even scratched the surface. This isn't about anyone else. This is on you.
You can't drift through life on autopilot. You can't put your mind on cruise control and expect results. You have to be the commander of your thoughts, the sergeant of your standards. Discipline isn't punishment, it's power. Picture the feeling when you finish, when you crush that workout, when you stick to your plan, when you complete the project you wanted to quit. That pride, that momentum. Now compare it to the feeling of quitting, the regret of giving in, the weight of knowing you let yourself down. Which one do you want in 10 minutes? In an hour? Tomorrow? Those little choices, those moments add up. Minutes become hours. Hours become weeks. Weeks become years. And what you choose in those critical moments will decide whether you stay stuck or whether you rise. So fight the weakness. Break the temptation. Hold the line. It won't be easy, but it will be worth it. You need to take control of your mind before it takes control of you. I don't care if it means setting an alarm every 30 minutes to check your thoughts. Audit yourself. Ask, what's driving me right now? What's influencing me? And then decide if you're going to let it lead or if you're going to take the wheel. Because you can control your thoughts, you can control your feelings, and you can absolutely control your actions. That's why I write everything down. Orders, tasks, a battle plan. That's the general in me, the strategist, laying out exactly what needs to get done.
And then there's the soldier. The soldier doesn't question. The soldier doesn't complain. The soldier doesn't hesitate. The soldier executes. You need both. The general to plan, the soldier to execute. When they work together, when they align with one mission, they become unstoppable. That's how battles are won. That's how lives are changed. That's how wars are won. And the greatest war you'll ever fight is the one inside your own head. You've got to master your mind. You've got to take control. You've got to build discipline and treat it like oxygen. Right now, I want you to make a decision. I will become disciplined. Not tomorrow, not next week. Now, that's your only mission. That's your only focus. Because discipline is built on one simple word. No. No to the late nights that waste your energy. No to the drinks that slow you down. No to the food that ruins your progress. No to the distractions that pull you away from the life you say you want. And if you develop that discipline at the most basic level, stop and imagine. How different will your life look a year from today? What will you have built? What will you have achieved? What version of yourself will be standing there? Stronger, sharper, unstoppable, because you finally took control. Think about it. How many times have you promised yourself, this is it, I'm getting serious. Serious about your business. Serious about that project. Serious about your career. And yet, years pass. Free for years. And you look back and wonder, what if I had done what I said I would do? What would my body look like? What would my mind feel like? Where would my life be right now? Let that question hit you.
Now apply it everywhere. Your fitness, your business, your relationships. Every area of your life could transform if you built the strength to block out the noise, the excuses, the external forces, and stayed locked in on your mission. So ask yourself, what would your life look like if nothing outside of you could shake your decisions? If every choice came from strength instead of weakness? What could you be? What could you become if you worked like your life depended on it? If you lined up your goals, one after the other, and smashed them into dust? If you pursued your vision with aggression, with obsession, with fire, I can't tell you exactly where that path leads. But I can tell you this, it leads somewhere greater than where you are now. So let's find out. Let's find out how far you can go. Let's find out what happens when you unleash discipline into every corner of your life and refuse to quit.